Hola a todos, bienvenidos a esta noche de juego. Ya voy a volver a empezar con los streams de juego. Ya por fin tengo de nuevo mi computadora con Windows, así que ya puedo volver a hacerlos. Bienvenidos, ya estamos aquí. Hoy vamos a continuar con el que habíamos dejado de Beacon Pines. Así que espero les agrade, espero les guste. Igual esto ya lo voy a hacer con cámara, entonces vamos a darle. ¿Parece bien? Así, tengo conmigo aquí a Zachary
Chapter
y a
4.
Nick.
¿Qué onda?
¡Guau!
Yo no sé, pero yo estoy dibujando.
Y Zachary anda dibujando.
Y eso lo podrían ver si entraran al server de tal.
Pero de qué hablas, no estamos ahí.
Algún día.
Bueno, vamos a darle el juego. Nos quedamos quedando en el capítulo 4.
Our harvest awaits.
Es un poquito fuerte el volumen del juego, déjenlo. Aquí también.
Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Ay, pendeja.
Ram, I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran. ¿Dónde estará la abuela? Vaya. Vamos a la Gran. I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rolo. ¿Dónde estará la abuela? En jardín acaso. No.
Tengo una pregunta muy seria.
A ver, dime.
¿Por qué es tan adorable?
Fran. ¿El personaje?
¿Qué pedo?
No sé, está muy lindo, la verdad. Es muy buen juego. Roxy came over. She was worried about him, so I figured you wouldn't mind I helped look for him. It turns out Rolo is safe and sound.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
So Brad's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but to sleep, I guess.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. Interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. Dad, I don't understand. Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal. The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. Dad, look out! His father casually wound the reel. None of it's your fault, you know. Never was. Dad, we have to go! Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. Please, you have to run! The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out. A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean? The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Hello?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Luca? Rollo, is that you? Luca? There? Hello, it's the middle of the night. Luca, I'm good. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now. But some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was put me as some sort of underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seems more interested in, for now, at least. Scared that you made it back home safe. Okay? No. Trust. Please. Hold on. Someone's coming.
The signal went silent.
Rollo? Rollo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, taking the run. Getting worse. I can barely hear you.
Rollo's voice began to fade.
Does it signal? Too much time. Mission control. We need to. The tree house. The tree house.
With that, the signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the tree house? What's at the tree house? Antenna? He wants me to use the antenna in the tree house to get a better signal. Rollo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Recordando un poquito lo que había pasado la vez pasada, es de que él y su amigo Rollo, un zorrito, era un poco gordito y eso, se habían metido en el bosque, en la parte interna, hasta llegar a una cerca de una propiedad privada. Ahí entraron a lo que era como una especie de planta, edificio que se suponía que estaba abandonado, pero resultó que no estaba abandonado. sino que lo estaba usando para alguna otra cosa y apenas lograron escapar, o al menos eso es lo que se supone.
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
You understand our rules? You can count on me. I still think we need more time. It was in the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We are in danger now. I was succeeded by while the danger persists. Clara, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
It's just why we could have made a deal with Harris. Valentine. Your source could have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after you called this morning. Plan change. How is Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose signal of the fact that it's all. I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Version of Spark Blue has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We're recompensed after the festival. Fran? Why are you meeting with Miss Bradley and Mr. Oliver late at night? Hey, Luca! Ah! Down! You scared me! How long have you been there? Just a few minutes. Early today I saw Mr. Oliver and your grand enter the dinner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they also hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Fine. When they left, I let them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I hear that too. Has your grand been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got phone call this morning and rushed out the door. How from Hiram told Oliver it seems. He was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we may be in the middle of the scope of a playtime. I will. Are you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stay out here for a bit longer. See ya, Luca. Esto se pone misterioso. Papitas que tenemos. Aquí está el árbol, creo que era para acá. I did it. I changed the scene. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to just rearrange the letters. What choice for a prank, though? In situations such as this, thought is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
I can't wait for everyone to see them be revealed. It should be quiet. Memorable. Let's make ourselves scared for now. Listo, andaba checando lo del audio.
Yo solo me pregunto si estás viendo mi transmisión por 2 segundos.
¿Cómo?
Que veas lo que estoy transmitiendo.
Ah, oye. Give me a second. Gasp. Gas y doble gas. Utiliza personal. Rolo, are you there? I'm in the treehouse now. Rolo. This car say you were alright. Pues creo que no estaba tan bien después de todo. What happened out there? I need Rolo. Where are you? Eh? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I got the weapons in here. You should better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I never recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. And now they haunt me like the beast I am. Eagerly? Oh, este no había salido, es nuevo.
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. It's all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
Ah, no, ya sé quién es. Es el que tiró en el charco. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. But you couldn't control yourself for a second? And I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Or you're gonna be my savior? Correctly, little Lucas saves the day. With his possible attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through with wood. I only came in here to hide. I'm from who? Who's after you? Luca, Luca. Rolo? It's not safe, Luca. Rolo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm in the treehouse, Rolo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. It was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell ya? Those perennial harvest wacados after me. They'll be chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Let's ask it more threatening. We're gonna figure this out legally. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic, just stay here and I'll see what they want. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be free. Your time is valuable to us. Porque todos se ven exactamente iguales. ¿Eh? Sit down in just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They're saying the same stuff, but with the creepy no cranking to 10. May you be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Ikki slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow me, Liz.
Luca and Ikki climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Kitty, there you are. You have all of us a heck of scare. Away, just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Illy, but no can do. Don't worry too, we're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your paw here? Just look at him, he's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that grunt to do him? Well, that's pretty fucking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is, poor fella, just got a little lost. That's a lie. That's a horrible thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoodle? Nobody likes you. You're a creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why do you not pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Feeling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sort of. And Who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do? What did you do to Rollo, Juliar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only tiny bit I told you was that he was at home. He's resting and he's perfectly safe. Or now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You are incredible people, and I am the only person in the world wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap.
Se vienen las decisiones de este juego.
There's no hope.
Dendaricius. Sí, ya por fin lo pude continuar.
Ikki wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drank himself and decided to take the only option they had left. Ice.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Well, sends his regards. Hey? That wasn't cut for more than a little Ruth. And just play unsanitary? Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that's come up to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
And this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Ikki with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Y hola a todos otra vez. Sorry, por acá se fue la luz en mi casa un momento y pues ya saben, la compu se apaga y pues todo esto se va un poco por el caño. Ya pues bueno, ya estamos aquí de nuevo. A ver en qué parte se quedó el juego guardado. A ver si no tengo que repetir lo que habíamos llevado por hoy. Esperemos que no sea así, que haya guardado un punto más adelante. Lo averiguaremos ahorita en un momento. Así que pues vamos a ver dónde se quedó.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand,
Oh,
he
mira,
made his
se guardó.
exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Ikki with resignation in his eyes. The end. That Let's put a pin in this for now.
A ver, uno atrás. Ahora vamos a jugar con Tickle.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey, Ish, wanna see something cool? Yep. Take it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Ish, Is she tinkling you? Yep. Yep.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
High up.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What is happening? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just reading us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remember. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Whoa. That's a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little Uzzy in your face.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Yes. It what? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Or what?
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her, but finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Birthday of Valentine for Tracy Company. Looks up. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
Me agrada mucho el diseño del personaje de Roxy, la hermana de Rollo. That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We're just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I were just playing in Webwood yesterday. We were investigating lies at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid the dumpster and had a heavy rocket up on us. And I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split out. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Whoa. Just whoa.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I wanna help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to the little tree house. You're too little to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Looks like a plan.
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now, Scott. You really believe in his story? Other option do we have? Things have been strange around here, leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, we're done and normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
tries to hold her. This place give me the willies. Voy the treehouse in case Rolo shows up. Ok, dice que vamos de regreso para la casita de la...
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Oh, on is Nico from that old fella little dot. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. All the time it never does, of course. Yeah. I ever seen anyone else it real. The whole thing's a waste of money if you ask me. Any word for Rolo yet? Not. Won't take for a boy to lose his way. Rolo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boys' antics have these well-thought worries. Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? Or a possible explanation will there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Angie boy, if there is something you know, something that will help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a
Me
stern
encanta la música que
face.
está de fondo ahorita.
There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rolo and I were messing around the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
All of you? You went with Rolo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What are you doing there? At first, we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange outfit came and dumped something up. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. Got scared by some garbage. Well, that's what you don't go looking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It say Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have it say that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you bunkhouse just can't help yourself, can you? You were all so close. So close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule, plummeting at gravity's whim.
Listo. Y volvió a pasar. Si vuelve a pasar otra tercera vez, yo creo que sería, le dejaría hasta ahí, porque pues ya 2 veces en una hora es mucha coincidencia. La luz como que no anda tan bien ahorita en ese rato. Pero bueno, ya ven cómo es. Así suele pasar acá en Tercer Mundo. Pero bueno, vamos a seguirle con el juego. Y justo donde nos quedamos. ¿Dónde está la ventana?
The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule, plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the wall as he braced for impact. The capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. 2 large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end. Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Ya tomé los 2 caminos. A ver, sigamos este de acá. Bien atrás.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3.
Regresamos un montón.
Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished hearing a mess of jam last night. Huh? In total, you need to deliver it to in town today. Okay. So, what did you and Rolo get up yesterday? Oh, Rolo had things to do, so are you sure it's okay around town? I set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. Confirm, Mr. Oliver and the Bachen gang. Another from Mr. Fratelli at the dinner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncret. I think he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extras in the basket of the enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Friendly and the Oliver get ones on top. No problem. Or will you know while the day is still young? Una parte a mí no me gusta andar como que en los caminos. Otra parte sí, porque pues vas conociendo todas las partes de la historia posible. Hello, is Juniper Hartford? before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news. No more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I know, I will be aliens. No? Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rollo. I'd gotta deliver this into town first. We can catch up after. Oh. Is it a waltzing? It sounds like a waltzing. Yeah. We should talk about it there. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at mission control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Solo me cae bien. Ahora sí. Entregar estas cosas a la ciudad. La ciudad era por acá, ¿verdad? Mr. Tolliver, Fratelli, no creo. No tengo idea quién es cada ninguno de ellos. No me acuerdo. You can tell two sharks? Doesn't matter now how many books they fill up. Ain't moving. Z. The real though. I trust you have time to chat.
Heiress Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Heiress, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I could help notice. But the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes. That's the news of today. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wheeler, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things changed, Mom. And you know, change is dangerous. Did you finish that, though? I will make that monocle and permanent fixture of your anatomy. I apologize. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Miss Wilder. Mr. Wilder, dije Miss. Angel from the past, mistakes not Yet maze. A glimmering hope of the future. He carried the emerald in equal parts everywhere he went. Heavens was what but thundered here. No sé a dónde tengo que ir. Eventualmente daremos. Creo que uno era aquí, ¿no?
I don't know, I'm just what?
Well, it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Friendly. Look at you.
She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skins and bones. Is your grand not feeding you? It's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the dinner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute, running around there in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? Break. Oh. I got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. You think since this world can keep a mother from her son?
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see here.
Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
And they even have any name of them. Oh, tofu.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
Okay. You tell your grand hello from me, Luca. Will do. Una entrega menos.
Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
I really well, Mama. Alright, little Bucaro. It's up to us to feed these folks. While Miss Friendly is always. I gotta deal with the inventory before I can start cooking. Do you think you can handle things some orders in the meantime? Yes, Mama. Aren't you a little young to be waiting tables? I'm just helping out. Ah, my father had me hustling when I was your age as well. Father always says, children are to be seals, pulling a family ever forward. That doesn't sound very fun. There's plenty of time for fun. For instance, father and I always make time to have lunch together once a month.
Luca glanced at the empty seat across from Gus.
Should I come back? Oh no, it turns out father was too busy to have lunch today. I'll just go ahead and eat alone. Oh, the silver lining is without him around I can have my usual. A nice stacks of old goods, but with a pile of sloppy chili. Lil.
What?
Hmm?
Espero haberme equivocado en la orden. Remember, a nice taste of cold cuts topped with a pile of sloppy chill. Ah, ok, ya. Creo.
Dukk,
¿Qué pasó?
¿te paso el dibujo?
Gasp.
Y tienes que pasárselo.
Gasp. Sí, obvio.
Ahí está, como archivito para que te sirva mejor en PNG.
Yeah. Thanks. Duda, ¿lo tenía que usar para algo en específico?
Velo.
Sí, ya lo vi. Ah, ok.
Pásamela a mí.
Este con este. I think. Hot
Enviado.
goods with the steaming hot shell on top. Well, hot and cold. That's perfect. Thank you. That sucks. Measuring the weight stuff.
Jeff slapped the table and gave Luca a toothy grin.
How's your pops doing? It's been very busy these days. I knew the feeling. Tell him that finished road he ordered should be ready next week, will ya? Sure thing. I've been in the mood for something sweet. You got a burger that can satisfy a sweet tooth? A sweet burger? Yeah. On top of with some grilled cactus. Grilled cactus. He once once. Recuerdo ahora sí. Según presta atención. No, so if wanted that is a burger. I could like pocket it. So, remember something sweet. Oh, ya. ¿Por qué quiere una hamburguesa de dulces con cactus?
¿Por qué no?
¿Quién eres para limitarle?
Exacto.
No creo que sepa rico.
¿Tú cómo sabes? ¿Ya lo has probado?
Is your order? I polish? Sweet and stevia. Oh, ah, no, that's a burger with bite. No, pero no me suena rico una hamburguesa. Ah, en serio, ¿a ustedes les sonaría rico comerse una hamburguesa? Literalmente dulces entre el pan. Un pedazo de cactus, o sea, no nopal, cactus. Punto y
¿Quién sabe?
espinas.
Chance si está buena.
Chance tiene suerte si una espina no se te encaja en los labios por dentro. Why don't you run out and grab some more ingredients? Okay, I'll be back. If I could just be left alone to miss at home. Oh sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that this car has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you make expect to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm good out for this sort of thing. Good out for being mayor? Or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. Me encanta la cola de caballo que le hicieron. I never really choose any of this. It's more of duty in my family. Or legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just pick from your hair. I'm sure it'll be great. Ok. Tenía que probar a ver si no había algún otro recuerdo o algo. Está bien. Mira, aquí está. Hey down. Yeah. Hey Luca, what's up? Did get you in jam delivery, eh? Yep. Did you see the new kid at yet? New kid? Yeah, hanging from the big city. Their parents got jobs here. But Katis, one of them is working from William Care and Perennial Herbs. And the other is working for Harris Valentine. And Valentine represents big companies fast. Perennial Harvest has positive himself is this town's futures. It was made for some interesting dinner table conversations. I can imagine.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello?
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
No, sorry. No bother. No bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, making some jam I'm supposed to give you.
He leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, this one's on top. You wrote your name on M?
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Oh, yes. The jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me.
He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I shall put this on my store shelves post-haste. Hey, I shall finish my deliveries. Of course. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. Where do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do they keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert. Do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Okay. Y yo enfadoso, supongo. Got some jam for your Miss Nugget. Okay. You seem cheaper? Well, I see from being on delivery duty. It's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment. then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your Jan? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops to so herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for today. Oh, in that
Then
case,
Creed snatched the basket from Luca.
I hold on to the basket until the next time I see you run. Hey you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever told you? You ask too many questions. Just try to keep up, okay? What just happened? What? A small town, I guess? Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you of. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we just hit it off. Oh, really? But this his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, what is your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Look, Abanjo, nice to meet you. I'm Nelly and this is Ilona. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we know each other for years. So you would kind of stop obsessing about me making friends? Oh darling, we never duped you. It's just that for children with forever and 5 close friends. The probability of the student development doubles. Well, and down. Where to go, I guess. What really means is that we just want this not to be as easy on as possible. You can relax. A friend has been a friend. This calls for acceleration. Luca, you must you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Oh, another coincidence. I actually already asked him if he stay roll in love to. It's just wonderful. In that case we should pick up some groceries. So don't get into much trouble now. Oh, I can't believe it that broke. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I already know one. Moms are great and oh, my moms are great at all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to the big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine's estate? Yeah, that's a spot. Meet my their big creepy gate. Don't be late, or I'm back to square on this wolf ring rift. Great, see you there. Se va y se fue. Meet back at the big creepy gate. Ajá, y mientras que hago, me pongo a dar vueltas aquí. Let's change. Good morning, Geoff. What's good about it? Another day for trip down the tubes, if you ask me. Oh no, it's not a robot. The festival is coming up? The festival. Come on, Valentine uses to put up main feelings all the time. Where did that get us? Well, it's period of harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine company and the new Imperial Harvest outfit.
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
Difference between this empty soap can, this brown banner. Of this output garbage. Exactly. Hey, Kado. Good afternoon, Luca. Can I help you find something? Maybe not. Maybe. Well, there's been some weird stuff going on around this warehouse. Can I say know anything about the old warehouse? Empty pipes don't stay empty for long. Right?
Kato motioned to the book in front of him.
The more I read about less, the more similar things I see with people. I pick gloves and I feel it doesn't stay empty for long. New queen will step a shop pretty quickly. So you're saying it will make sense for some new to start using that warehouse? Nature, a house vacuum. Hey Jace. Oh, hey Luca. Have you seen this new issue of Anatomic? Not yet. No spoiler, please. It's a awesome. It's a flashback. No spoiler, please. We get to see how mid-mannered Henry Adams becomes. And Anatomic Man of Space Justice. Jace, no spoilers! Oh, sorry. My point is, you're gonna love it. Alright guys, catch you later. Roger that, please cut it. Es para acá, no creo que sea para el... So, who all lives in that house? Paris and Gus Valentine, you up there? And someone within a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? And sounds like the one. Or just the people living in the hill tree. Maybe that bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in places like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring. Pretty much. What a waste. Amon says that I used it to be a way busier. But before Shepherd died. Before the full harvest. Okay, that's literally 5 times someone mentioned this full harvesting. And you all use the same ominous tone. Eventually, you're going to explain to how that harvest got all followed up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Most kids will have just ditched me. Why are you still here? You look it like you lose some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simple as possible. You see it, smile, and nod. Fun. Great. Whatever you do, don't bring up the word. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here's be nothing. Este camino sí estuvo distinto al
Chapter
otro.
4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at all? Beck, Maynard. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? It was good. Very good. Family, we've had to put more effort into dinner.
Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We're in fully settled in a bag and had mentioned that is your favorite. I'm sorry, I was just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing. Beck. I'm sorry, Luca, this would pass us a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
Oh, it's fine. So, Beck said that you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Oh. I mean, what brought you to become Pines? You were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this about this brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Ben Harvey just made her the newest lead researcher of the engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Ben Harvey is at the forefront of evolving new agriculture into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground.
Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nelly means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people take to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow on the course they're doing. You were, you didn't?
Beck slammed her fist into the table. Perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca. How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rose.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's some rain. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you for the pizza. It really was good. See you at the festival, Dukk. Wait up. I'll follow you home. Beck me recuerda un poco a Isakari cuando estamos
¿Que
jugando
yo qué?
rol.
¿Por qué? ¿Quién? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cómo?
Cuando estamos jugando rol y no sabes qué decisión tomar, tiras dados para ver qué te
Ajá.
dicen. Beck
Ah.
avienta una moneda para ver qué le dice la moneda.
Pues es más fácil. Me ha simplificado demasiado la vida.
No dije que fuera malo, solo dije que se parecen.
No, yo estoy diciendo que eso me simplifica mucho la vida.
Yeah.
But Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually. Probably.
We just point what the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble, rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it at home before the storm kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Creo que collect these odds. Alright, it's time to before you catch cold. Luca, Nelly will keep trying to reach your grand on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold this. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest?
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks weird. What is it? Round. Round?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I took in the structural integrity of one with increasing amounts of chewing. I wait that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Oh, whoa. We only have a value just like this in the house. Probably not something like this one. Amon and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Beat it, but it was on the state of the air vacuum tubes. She seems very innocent. She did carry away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she works me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
Maybe you can get all sorts of station of this. Not out here in the bunnies. You could believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all from reports and static. Shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Yes.
He flipped open the attached card.
Have you tried for a coach master and all of the heavy wonders. Boy, you were kidding about poking around here? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools have me going away cards. Some little flowers. When they really try to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you move it along? Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. This flower will last longer if you put them in somewhere. That's the sort of thing I will do, I care. Well, you care enough to keep them is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Now, did that hurt? I'll be honest, it hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look at cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Did you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, you look I'm pretty upset and needed sometimes. I'm serious. Does it better feel like your family doesn't care what you want? No. It didn't used to feel that way. I know Ren loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with it? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little: don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it away, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do? When you don't know what to do? That never got that part. Something I figured out on my own tool. Figure out to do something, anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Stay here. This miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be right. Like things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. You. This sound. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I heard it. I heard that. I heard it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Ah.
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I'm just gonna be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
Yeah. Oh, I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I need that. Me too. I should head out before the race starts out, okay? Sure. I'll walk with you out. See you and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Okay. Don't let the universe share you off around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5.
Pasamos al capítulo 4.
Friendly
Yay!
feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone.
Y a mí ya nada más me falta el Cecilio.
But it's not like this changed
Yay.
anything. Willow was still his best friend.
Oh. El Cecilio que pide Maruchan.
Sí.
Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Para los que no sepan, escuchen. Zachary es artista y dibuja muy padre. Búsquenla, casi siempre tiene comisiones abiertas y son baratas.
Y muy chidas.
Yeah. Sabía que se me había olvidado activar algo.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town. The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Lay down. Breaking down a lid. A bit. I hear a juicy new rumor. Turns out we Shaper Valentine died. He left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar? How? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that heirs had to take on a child as a heir ward. A kid of age who just showed up to the town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo! So Harris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she wouldn't have lost everything. Why would Shaper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it, all Shaper sons someone belongs. That explains the way Harris treats him. Or Solomon. How did you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source. Look at. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just looking out for the night, sir. Nick, ¿ya viste?
Guau.
Sí, un gua. Oh, wonderful.
¿Guau?
¿Un gua? ¿Ahí en el juego? I only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm sends us back
¿Andas
a
en
bit.
Twitch?
Yep. And it's getting late, so we all decided. You all decided. Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involving the setting things. We all get parental harvest because we have been eating very food. Yes. Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we follow them? No. We have because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir, we work till task is done. What do you do? Our harvest awaits. I'd better not delay day. Go ahead to the house. Rolo, are you still there? I'm sorry, Roland isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset? Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rollo scoffed.
The train called me up. Fire! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried. So I went looking for you. My surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I haven't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, okay? Doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, I storm rolled in out of nowhere. And I was stuck after dinner the bags.
Lucas stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Back. Dinner? What the heck is back? Is that new kidding it down? It's actually kinda cool. You'd like her. She had help convincing her parents that she made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. And you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. You know me. While I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It's one of these a surprise. But you look so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like the knockdown or friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care. You ask. I know you'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I keep my word. Because that's what friends do. Oh wow. What a noble sacrifice you made. See, for just stay. Your grand doesn't even care. And stay out as alone as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like a justice. If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe is right. Stars mean more than valor. This one brought out the real look. But put in your past nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, but at least my pie is still around.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Look, Good night, Rollo. Ya listo. Bueno, yo creo que es todo por hoy. Pues al final fueron 3 transmisiones en la noche para poder completarla. Esperemos que ya la siguiente ya pueda estar normal otra vez, que no se me esté yendo la luz. Y bueno, gracias a todos por estar acá. Nos vemos probablemente mañana. No sé si continúe con Combines o le siga con Digimon Survive igual donde nos habíamos quedado. Así que ahí va y espero se hayan disfrutado este ratito y nos vemos.
Bye bye.
Bye.